4109. I'm Dr. Steele, and I'm super excited to be your host tonight. Some of you know me from my finance classes I teach here at Southern. Others of you heard you had to take my class and you changed your major. In fact, the School of Education has sent me a lot of thank you letters for providing them with so many students. Because you know what they say, those who can't do, teach. Or at least that's the advice they gave me. Anyway, I wasn't originally supposed to be the host of Studio this week. Initially, they asked your SA president, but when they couldn't get him, they called and asked me. Well, they asked me, do you have Beats' number? But here we are. You know, as a finance professor, most people think I'm good with money, or as my wife calls it, cheap. Like last year, for our anniversary, I had a great night planned out. We got ready, hired a babysitter, and I took her out to Walmart. I still don't understand why she didn't appreciate it. I mean, Walmart has so much to offer. There's Subway, great food. And I had coupons. Walmart even has a gift section. I got her a $10 watch, wait for it, on sale for $5. For some reason, I slept on the couch that night, which I also got on sale. Now, as some of you may know, I have a stepson here at Southern. Ladies, he's single, a nursing major for you English major ladies who need someone who will support you while you're a barista at Starbucks. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I'm sure you have wonderful hearts and rich parents. But as I was saying, my stepson is single, and as they say in finance, you have to take more risks to get a higher return. We may not share the same last name, but he's still a steal. I also have a beautiful daughter, but calm yourselves, gentlemen. Her stock hasn't gone public yet, and it won't ever. My students often ask me for advice about life and finances. I find that they're very similar. Finance is a lot like relationships. Sometimes it makes sense, and sometimes all you're left with are cents. You know what I'm talking about. Just as you need lots of options in financial investments, you need to keep your options open in dating here at Southern. You need to ask the deep, important questions to your potential significant other, like, can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? If they can, then you can tell them, hey, you can chill. And you have to be honest with each other and say things like, I want to be a billionaire so stinking bad, buy all of the things I never had. But to those of you tempted to just date everybody, you need to quench your thirst. And remember the law of diminishing returns. At some point, your output will decrease because investing in your relationship's a lot like investing in the stock market. You have to assess the risk. As I'm always saying in my classes, oh, look, here comes one of my students now. And he's even got notes. I'll have him tell you. John, what's it I'm always saying about relating finances and dating?
Yeah, I actually just need you to sign this drop slip.
Oh, well, first tell everyone about how we can equate Vespers dates with coefficient of variation.
Yeah, just the signature, please. Yeah.
Can you at least explain beta?
The signature, here you go.
Fine. I'm sure he'll be back next semester. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yes, my dating advice. Another thing to keep in mind is don't marry too early or for the wrong reasons. When you're ready to settle, though, be sure to find someone with a nice personality and especially big plans for their life, and they got to have some real nice assets in their portfolio. some final advice. There's an old proverb that says, never marry for money. It's much cheaper to borrow it. Those of you with student loans, you know that a little too well. And you know what I'm talking about, social work majors. But anyway, we got a great show here tonight. Our special guest, Kaylee Beth Rose, is here. We got the Studio 4109 house band. And if you need financial or dating advice, be sure to register for my Southern Single Stock Market class. Especially you single super seniors, sign up. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.